assembly instructions for the EC3155 Bakery End Cap. I'm going to show you the hardware first. We are going to use 4 of these longer bolts for mounting the base to the center panel or the center frames. We have 16 of these bolt assemblies that have a nut and a washer also. Those are for mounting the shelves. And then we have 2 of these top bolts that we're going to be using. Now, that particular bolt and that bolt are going to use a slightly larger Allen wrench. There should be two to use from. This smaller Allen is going to be used on the bolt assembly, so we'll show that in a little bit. So all my hardware is here. Now the components we have are 1 base with 4 adjustable glides on the bottom on the corners. We have 2 center frames. There is a left and a right. They also have glides. I'll show you the difference between the left and the right a little bit. We have 3 center color panels, and then we have 5 shelves total. Now, the bottom shelf does not have any mounting flanges. You'll see that we have mounting flanges here. So the bottom one is here, and it will fit down over the base. And now the next shelf up is the same size, and then as we continue on up, we're going to get a little bit smaller and smaller yet, and then we're going to finish out the top of the frame with this is actually an angled top shelf. We'll show how that goes together. So to start out with, we're going to take one of the center frames, and what distinguishes this is you're going to notice all these mounting holes we have, and this is for mounting the shelves. Now there are 3 what we call C channels that are going to hold the color panels. So there's 2 here, so the color panel is going to fit in here. Then we have a 3rd one that's going to go into the front because it's going to go with the mirror image of the other one on this side, and then the 3rd color panel is going to fit in. So we're going to take this first one, and this is where we're going to use the 2 longer bolts and the bigger Allen wrench, and line those right up with the holes. Again, we want to make sure that this C channel is to the front of the display, which is where the shelves are going to go. This core is going to be towards the back. And those should line up with these holes here. Get them hand tightened. And then we can go ahead and tighten those down with the Allen wrench. And we're good to go. Now at this point, we want to go down to the floor glides and adjust those down so they hit the floor also, so they take that additional load because the weight's going to come down this way. Now we take the mirror image. As you can see, I've still got this other C channel, and it fits on this side. And now these 2 channels are mirror image, and we're going to be able to put a color panel in there. Taking my last 2 big bolts, fit those in here. Again, just got to get them hand tightened started. And we're going to cinch them down with the Allen wrench. And there we go. Now I'm going to put the bigger one to the side for a little bit. Now we're going to take our base shelf, and again, there are no flanges on this one. It's going to fit right over this core using this rectangle. And so you're going to want to have the wood price channel facing to the outside, and the lip goes a little bit down. You can see this metal band. The metal band is going to fit to the up. It's going to be part of your shelf lip. And it should fit right over those 2 components. And slide right down on the base. And gravity is going to hold that one in place. Now this next shelf is the same size, but it's going to be the first one to go on the mounting holes. Now we have mounting holes at 2 inches on center, so you've got some adjustability at where you want to mount these. I'm going to mount this first one at the very bottom. So we take our first shelf, and just like the base shelf, now this one has mounting flanges, and again I'll show you there's holes here that we're going to mount through. It's going to slip over, same as the first shelf. And we're going to take it down to its desired height. And my recommendation at this point is take the bolt only and get it started. So it's just sticking through. And we'll do that on both of those guys. Now once those are in, I'm using my knee here as a cheater right now. I'm just going to start my nut on the other side, and then we will tighten all these up a little bit later. Now you'll notice I have not put the color panels in yet, and that's so we allow us access for mounting these bolts first. And we'll just do that for the other side. All right. Now we're going to do that for the next couple shelves. Okay, now we've got the 3 adjustable part shelves done. We are still just hand tighten on those because we're going to tighten them back up when we get finished. Now we're going to put the color panels in. So the 2 to the outside. So there is a finished side and a non-finished side. The finished side just slips to the outside and it goes right down. Do the same for this side. And then the front. Now we take the top shelf and it sits right on top, and the 2 holes, there should be 2 threaded holes that's going to mount with right here, and it wants to angle until you get those bolts in there. Now we're going to use our bigger Allen wrench again, and that's where we're going to use these shorter guys to get those mounted up, and they just screw right in the top here. And get this other one started. Okay, started. Now just tighten everything up. I'll start from the bottom. There you go.